Hello and welcome to Rauta's unboxing video. This time it's time to grab the knife once again out of the box, out of the drawer that is, and see what lies within. I know some review stuff will be included, obviously. Well, I mean, why else this would be here on Rauta, but because there's something else I really wanted to give this a go blindly, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you really like these kind of unboxing videos to begin with. Most often you just see already things more or less taken out of the box and ready to just show the package when we are doing reviews. But this time I figured out it would be more interesting to go this way. This one is all the way from El Salvador, Central America. As you can see, vast amount of stamps here. It must not be cheap to send parcel of this size from any part of the world, so my biggest appreciation goes to the very sender who has previously sent me some other goodies for Rauta stuff. Now I'm not exactly sure which way I should be cutting this because there's so much tape, but probably this way, just through the tape and all. And let's see what we have here. As you can see, some plastic to cover and, protect the ingredients. All right, first we have a shirt with a lamb, and this is the back side of the shirt, and otherwise side is here. I don't know about you, but looks pretty sweet to me. And some more packaging materials. Okay, some of the stuff here, a piece of paper to tell me about it, something suspicious, more suspicious ingredients, even more. So let's pile it up here, and then something which is not part of the review really. Now you can see it's pretty much just empty box. So let's toss that one aside, and what we have here is local coffee, cafe 100% organico la otra banda a paneca. Already you can pretty much smell it here. Big thanks to the sender for this gift. Now let's see what we have inside of these smaller parcels. I will indeed turn this into a review video once I have pretty much figured out what's inside. Maybe this will be 2 reviews. I don't really know yet, because it depends how much I'm able to reasonably lump into one and the same videos. We have some CDs, once again some cardboard, there's a patch to go with, conceived by hate, indeed. Then the CD. What you have? Wow, this is amount of CDs. These are all the materials. I guess the tapes, I'm assuming they're somewhere in the box, will be included in this particular review, and the rest will just go in respective videos. Another piece of cloth. I'm guessing this would be a fantastic flag. Looks pretty nice, at the same theme obviously as the shirt, and that's what this says here. The very same shirt. More cardboard. This is how it looks. Very special, hand number, limited edition piece of cardboard. Go with the review. And then finally, after more wrapping, no, it's not finally actually, there's more. So let's see. When we cut through, this is the tapes I'm gonna include in this particular review, in case you're wondering what I was planning to do, because I was, to be honest, expecting only 3 tapes, and I knew there would be coffee. So the rest are just like surprise things to me. Now, first of all, there's this tape of the given band. And a couple of more ones, as you can see. Once again, this same logo seems to appear here. So what you have here is, because I couldn't really figure the logo, Conflagracion, Híbrida, transmutación, catatónica de la lóbrega, psiquis. Wow, this is really cool. Official release date October 31st, 2024. And this is coming from El Salvador. The lineup is miasma, alaridos acordes atmosféricos, and hedor tambores del abismo. Now that I'm cutting through this particular piece of parcel, I kind of start to remember what was going on. This is supposed to be a special box to go. So we'll focus on this Conflagracion in this review, and the rest will go elsewhere. And wow, this is a special packaging, as you can see, a wooden box, which includes even more special gifts. Once again, let's remove the plastic. This became a way longer video than I was expecting, because I was, to be honest, expecting more simple. So, another Conflagracion a poster, but a flag of sorts, sticker, and CD. Part of the CD packaging, the inlay, and the CD finally with this one. So as you can see, quite a bit of material here. 3 tapes, a few CDs, a couple of those flags, or whatever you call them, and a shirt. So that with coffee. Now this is fantastic. So let's next go through the music and include them here in the wooden box. Awesome packaging. Thank you so much to the sender. So I've already showed you what we have here for review. That is Conflagracion. And now it's time to show you the actual releases and talk about them. I think I showed you most of the stuff I got. Still have some of the things here a little bit messy. So indeed, this one came with this nice wooden box, which is obviously now emptied. And I have the tapes here with me, not to mention the CDs. So these are obviously none listened so far, because for review I went through the CDs. This is when I failed to cut the plastic wrapping. Anyhow, I'll first show you the tapes here, so you get the idea. In case you're buying, you at least know how they're supposed to look like. A classic tape here with a classic simplistic J card. Nice, kind of a cardboardish inlay here with the J card. So already reeks of quality. I don't know why I prefer the word reek. It sounds so negative when we're talking about quality work. Point here is, this is really looking solid in terms of quality. I mean, there are always those cheap tapes around which are not that good, so it's more like the cheapest possible thing. And as you might know already, the tape prices have been climbing up the past few years due to high demand. Once again, this also goes with a rather sturdy, not exactly cardboard, but not the thinnest paper around, which is something that unfortunately some labels do with the CD and all. Bear in mind, this one has the dead goat image, which is on the other side of the shirt I got from the band. Thank you so much. It's really, really beautiful. Well, not the band, but the label. So those 2 tapes are here. And first in line is this first EP, which I already reviewed when it came out, but now it's the second time here, this time on CD. The first time it was on tape, Luciftias. So this is what it looks like. 2 guys and a CD, obviously, with lyrics and everything. So let's go quickly through these while I guide you through the next ones. CD here, and finally the inlay. So this is what Conflagracion looks like on CD. Then I already have these almost mixed up. There's the other CD, which you can see. Once again, beautiful cover, 2 guys, again here. So, when it was first, more or less, international waters, Brazil and El Salvador. Later on, the band seems to be purely El Salvador based. I don't know if someone moved or if there was lineup changes, really. So, sometimes these things go unnoticed, but I don't think, honestly, most of you even care so much. Then I have... it seems 2 CDs of the very same release here. And let's turn this CD towards you. This is how it looks like. And once again, we have this twisted, devilish Jesus with third eye and a serpent tongue on the cover. I gotta say, I really like the visual style of the given band. Kind of aesthetics are alright. And here it is, once again, the band members and then some lyrics. And as you can figure out, these guys are no English speaking in terms of music and lyrics, but all the way through it seems Spanish. Correct me if I'm wrong here. So this is how it looks, all beautiful CDs, tapes, and already you see in the flags and things. So Conflagracion, international, later on El Salvador based, had their Luciftias EP already out in 2021. These I went through previously, so I'm gonna touch it only briefly. 18 minutes, including lengthier outro and all. This is kind of a grim black metal, you know, being the kind of a second wave of a thing. Not super raw in terms of production, but nothing clean, polished, and all that stuff. In my opinion, the songwriting is pretty good and captivating. There's enough diversity, but what is worth mentioning, I guess, is that this is not very fast tempo. It's mostly mid-tempo stuff that's going on, a little bit synths in the mix. So if you're expecting the next Marduk or anything like that come around, you're going to be disappointed. But when you embrace the very fact that this is more mid-tempo stuff all around throughout the whole career so far, 5 years, that's what you get. And to be honest, this EP is so far my favorite of the band. What they happened with the first album, Dilucidando, el augurio de los malos espíritus. Now, my Spanish is not very good, so bear with me, but if I'm not correctly wrong, los malos espíritus is about evil spirits. But the first parts I don't really know without translation tools, and because this video is already lengthy, you have to do it by yourself if you want to know what it means. Here you can see 7 tracks, 3 which are instrumental. Now basically this is continuation to the EP, a couple of years later, and just adding more tracks. And in my opinion, that's where it kind of fails. The first EP is quite already like figuring out what they want to do, the mid-tempo, green black metal and all, but here is just too much of that instrumental stuff, and to be honest, a little bit too much of those filler parts. So while it's kind of a promising, the EP, because it's more compact, delivers better, like on average. I mean, it has less those filler parts, which Dilucidando is not really, able to, how to say, monetize in a way. Not monetize, but capitalize in so many ways. Basically, just continuation to the EP, and it's fine, but at this point you kind of expect that, the stakes are going to be higher, the music is going to be better, and so forth. So what happens with Híbrida, transmutación, catatónica de la lóbrega, psiquis. Oh man, this is hard to for me to pronounce, because it's not like my Spanish is good and the Portuguese even less so. And I'm not here saying if it's not Spanish, just correct me, at all. Anyhow, because there's some parts where it just sounds like Portuguese maybe. Anyway, also it sounds like Spanish, so correct me if I'm wrong. once again. This is basically, once again, a continuation to the previous one, but now with a little bit changes. It's almost like they're folkier parts, so it's going a little bit different direction. And while on average this is a little bit better than the first album, it also goes a little bit off-road, in my opinion, with the folkier parts. I'm already kind of getting the idea. There's these things that we say among reviews. The third album is the, hard one, because by the time you're done with the first, the debut idea, all the good ideas are put there. Then you have the leftovers, or maybe some new ones for the second album, and by the third album, like, do we need to change? How do we shed our skin? How we become the newer version of ourselves without sounding the same and doing the same album all over again? And here it is with the Conflagracion, even if the debut is just an EP and not an album, meaning they're here just adding some new elements to the game, and as such, in my opinion, it's a little bit off. So without those folky parts, this could really be the best part, but they're already like, why? I mean, obviously artists do what they do. They do what they want and so forth, so I can say they are doing it wrong. But it's wrong for my own liking, because the folkier parts are like, no, you are not that good with that, so please stay with the grim black metal. Now, all in all, these are quite close to one another in terms of quality and songwriting, so if you like one, you're gonna most likely like all of them. But for me, the debut EP is still the best. I kind of hate the saying, the meme-like stuff, that first demo is the best. But unfortunately, with this band, it seems really be the thing. The first EP is the best, and the other ones are more like leftovers, and with this one, more like just, I don't know, going a little bit weird direction. If this was, like I said, I keep repeating myself, without the folky parts, this could really be the best one so far. So let's see what the band will have in stock for the next album. And if the pace is gonna be the same, you can pretty much guess it's gonna be out in 25 or 26, because it's been quite a hasty start. 2021, the first EP, then 23, the first album, then 24, the second album. So if you can do a little bit of math here, you can predict that by 25, 26, there's gonna be a third one. And I hope they remove the folky parts and just focus on the first EP style, but just with more impact, maybe with more diversity in terms of tempo, because that's one of the things which makes this rather one-trick pony, especially with the first album. There's not too much diversity. You have the mid-tempo songs and too much instrumental, in my opinion, where what I would say they need is more grimness and more violence. So a little bit faster parts along the way, less folky stuff, and it's gonna be a winner here. Anyway, interesting band, pretty cool, good all in all, so definitely worth taking a look, even if this logo, in my opinion, unfortunately, don't hate me for that, but it's too much of a mess. It's too much a try-hard of occult symbols. Just too much of everything. Focus on simplistic stuff, don't overdo it, and it's gonna be good. But this is my take. Feel free to disagree. You will find the links provided in the description box for music. And as you can see, this comes with beautiful packaging, beautiful wall flags and t-shirts. Everything is available. So if you're a fan, now you know what to do with your holiday money and all. So thank you for watching, and if you have questions about the band, let me know and I'll get back to you. Bye bye.